Okay. Obviously this isn't completely outlined here with all those triangles. I personally think that it is easier if you completely get your image finished, totally outlined, all of your triangles set up, and then add color. Some people like to work in chunks, which is fine too. If you are going to work in chunks, make sure you're putting things onto separate layers. That way when you go to add color, you can lock another layer, right? Because it's important that you're not grabbing everything that you have on your screen all at once and dividing it, because it's going to mess you up later. So make sure you are either working in layers and you're locking what you're not wanting to color yet, or you completely outline, trace your whole image, getting all those triangles set up, and then add color, okay? So for this, I'm going to move my head up because I'm not done with it. And I don't want to do anything with it yet. And I'm gonna put my nose on its own layer. Whoops. Thank you. Man, double clicker. All right, there we go. Grab his nose and put it on the nose layer. I'm gonna lock the nose. Even though it's finished, I just don't want to do that yet. And I'm gonna lock the head here. So the only thing I should be able to grab is the eyeball. Before you add color, you need to make sure that you unlock your reference image and turn the opacity back up. If you do not turn the opacity back up, your image will not be full color, okay? So please, 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 before you start adding color, unlock, click on that image, bring the color back up. If you don't do that, your colors are going to be very dull depending on how low your opacity was set to. Okay. Mark that again. So what we need to do here is we need to select whatever we're working on, and you need to select everything that you want to be split up into its own individual shape. So everything here, I want to be able to color in, right? But I didn't, as you can see, make every individual shape here. I have some crazy paths that are not connected to other things. So I want to tell Illustrator that every single triangle here, I would like to make its own shape. So I'm going to grab everything on my eye. I can see the red path is highlighting all of it. In Window, you need to go down, 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 and open up the Pathfinder. Pathfinder. It should open up a little tab that looks something like this. Okay, Window, Pathfinder. Lots of different things you can click here, and they all do different things. What we need is in the bottom left-hand corner where those two squares kind of overlap. And it says divide. What this is going to do is it will divide every single path, right? Pathfinder, it's finding paths for us, and it is dividing them up into their own shapes. I'm going to go ahead and click on it. Not a lot happens here. You can see a couple little corners popped out. That's just showing you now that it has made some of these triangles its own shape, right? So now I can hover over it and I don't see that crazy path I drew anymore. I am seeing triangles, which is good news. To add color to this, we want to use our reference image in the background, okay? If it helps you to turn the grid off, you are more than welcome to turn the grid off. Go to Window. You might have to scroll down. Nope, not in here. I lied. View, hide grid. Zoom in. In my layers panel, the layer that I'm on, I'm going to open it up so I can see all of the layers within here, right? Everything that I've done. It should show up as a bunch of triangles now. So I'm opening that up, opening it up. Boom. All of those shapes appear in here. To color it, what you need to do is you will click on these little circles over here. Click, click, click. You can tell as I'm clicking them that different shapes over on our artboard are being highlighted. It's showing you, hey, here is the shape you are getting ready to color in. If you feel like you're having a hard time seeing your path on the stroke line you made, mine is blue on red, so it's pretty easy to see. We can change the color of your path, or we can change the color of your stroke line, and it will make it a little bit easier to see. If you are working on your entire image and you're just working your way down through all the triangles, sometimes it's hard to tell where they're at. It could be all the way up here and you wouldn't know. I think what's helpful is to zoom in and zoom out. So zoom in, zoom out, and it will shoot you to whatever triangle you're selected on. So if you have a triangle all the way over here, but I'm filling one in down here, I'm like, oh, where is that at? I can hit zoom in, zoom out, and it will shoot me over to that triangle. Okay. So my suggestion is just to start from the top and work your way down. Okay. It's a very meditative process coloring it in. I like it. A lot of students tend to like it. So I'm clicked on that first circle. I'm going to go ahead and go over to my eyedropper tool. And I'm on this shape here. It's not a triangle, right? Reminder to make sure that 85 to 90% of your low poly image is triangles. In here, I get to pick the value that I want this shape to be filled in. For the most part, it's that highlight, right, on the eye. So I want to pick one of the lighter values, probably not this one, up in the top left. It's very dark. So I'm going to stick to probably at one of these 9 over here. Up to you which one you want, okay? You don't like one, undo it, click a different one. They're very similar, as you can tell. Click one, boom, that's the one I want. I'm gonna click on another shape here. This is a darker area. It's part of my cat's pupil here. So I'm probably gonna steer away from that gray value and move into some of those darker values. Moving down. To me, that's a little bit too bright. I'm gonna get a darker one. That looks too close to the other one to me. Dang. Dang. There. I want a little bit of a variation. This is just part of my cat's iris here, that colored part of it. So I don't want to go around this darker edge because that's kind of like the outline of the eye. I'm just gonna pick one in the middle. So as you keep going, you kind of need to be selective of what value you're placing in, which is why it was important on how you broke down your image. Okay, go through, click and select. Pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. You do need to be stealing color though from your background image, okay? I am looking for that. I am grading on that. Sometimes you can see that I've clicked on this circle and it's an itty bitty tiny shape over here. If I zoom in, I can fill it. Sometimes you'll have shapes that are not fillable. Just leave them and we can delete them out later. See, another itty bitty one. Go ahead and skip over that. Another itty bitty one. Where is that one at? You see it? Yep, another itty bitty one. You can kind of tell because these look white on here. We can't see the shape in them. There we go. Oh, it's kind of dark. Click that and drop there. Another itty bitty one. All right. There you have it on adding color to your low poly image here. Okay. If you have questions while you're working, let me know. I would suggest if you're working in sections, you're doing an eye, go back over and lock, whoops, what you're done working with. Okay. Lock that up, then move on. Maybe I want to finish the head now. I'm going to keep outlining. Okay. I'm excited to see these. If you have questions while you're working, let me know. If you need to find this guy, remember, window, Pathfinder. If you need to pull your grid back up, view, show grid. All right.